Hi everybody. So do you like flavor? Do you like clouds? Well, let's take a look at the Gear RTA. This is a 24 millimeter RTA. It is a single coil RTA and it does come with a smaller capacity than most do. This is actually with the straight glass. It holds 2.3 mils of e-liquid. With the bubble glass, it holds a total of 3.5 mils of e-liquid. And I'll be showing you both of them with the bubble, without the bubble. This is without the bubble. If you're looking for flavor and you're looking for clouds, you might want to check this out. So let's go ahead and get started. So here we are with the Gear RTA. This is by Ofrf. This is the packaging that it comes in. Very, very simple. Tells you what the kit contains. It does tell you what color it is. And then of course your scratch off authenticity. This one is stainless steel. I've actually got the stainless steel and the black, which I'll show you the black in a little bit. And then you open up the box. Box open. Okay. And inside you're going to get the RTA. You're going to get an extra bubble glass, which is actually like a PMMA. It's a frosted plastic glass. And then you're going to get two 510 drip tips. And these are hard to get out of the package, so I do forgive me for this, but yeah, this is how I do it. And one is going to be frosted with more of a wide bore opening, and the other one is going to be more narrowed, and this is made of Delrin. And then you're going to get your Gear RTA. Inside, you're also going to get a few other things. You're going to get a bag of cotton. You're going to get two coils. These are both made of nichrome 80. And these are actually the framed staple coils. So there's actually two in the package. I did open them up to take a look at it. There's one, and then you get a second one right there. There you go. We are going to go ahead and use the ones that came with it, so I can show it to you, as well as the cotton. So I'll go ahead and get the cotton out too. Might as well. Okay, and it's the shoestring type cotton. At least that's what I call it. And then in this package, you're going to get some O-rings and some extra screws, and then an extra 510 with the peak insulator on it. And then you're going to get your Barbie screwdriver, flathead screwdriver, and then your manual. And the manual is really, really nice. It's sort of like a pamphlet manual, which I guess a lot of companies are going to now. But it basically follows everything, you know, tells you how to put it in. If you don't want to read it, all you need to do is look at the pictures. So I think that that's awesome. It tells you how to cut cotton. It tells you everything that you need to do right there. We've got the Gear RTA. Let me go ahead and zoom in a little bit. On one side, it's going to say Gear. On the other side, it's going to say Off, or Ofrf, which is how they actually have their company name. On the top, it looks like a little gear, and it does take 510 drip tips, which these are that come with it. If you have your own 510 and you want to use it, then that is fine also. Now, I will tell you that it is a little bit of a tight fit when you go to first put them on, so you might want to just lube up the O-rings a little bit to put it on, and then it'll go on really, really smooth. Top filled design. It's got really, really big kidney shaped holes. Very, very easy to fill, which I love, love, love that about it. And then this is the top, and it just fits right in. Really, really smooth. I don't feel any grinding. It's really, really smooth to turn in. And that's that. On the bottom, it is a 24 millimeter in diameter RTA. It does have your 510 pin sticking out. It does have the peak insulation on it. It says Gear Off, and then the symbol right there. On the bottom, you've got an airflow, and it is on a stopper. So whatever you do to one side will happen on the other, because it's got the two slits. This airflow also comes off. You can remove it if you want to clean up and things like that. If you do remove it, there's actually a lip right here, and there's some grooves right. Let me show you where it is. There's a groove right there, and then there's one on the other side. So if you just line that up with the groove, it goes right back on. Let's go ahead and do that. There we go. And then put that right back on, push it up, and it's done. So that's that. And then to go into it, all you do is unscrew the base, and this is how it comes apart. Now you can go ahead and change out the glass. I'm actually going to leave this glass on. I'll show you the bubble glass because I've got the black one that I've been vaping on, so I'll show it to you with the bubble glass, and then of course this one with the straight glass. With the straight glass, it holds 2.3 mils of e-liquid. With the bubble glass, which I'll be showing you up on top, with the black one, it does hold 3.5 milliliters of e-liquid. It does have this nice conical shape the chimney. This is a really, really small RTA, but it looks big on the screen right now. But it is really, really small, but it's really nicely made. Everything is really, really nice. I love that. And then, of course, you've got your deck. This is made for single coils only. I would not recommend trying anything else because that's what it's made for. And as you can see, you've got 2 holes here. These are your wicking channels. You want to put your cotton somewhat down, but not all the way. You don't want it to reach the bottom unless it's like thinned out a little bit, just so that it has that capillary action so that it can bring it up. But you don't need to stuff a whole bunch of cotton. I'm actually going to show you how to do it. This here in the middle is actually your airflow for your bottom airflow, and it's going to go up and it's going to give you all sorts of airiness. It's really, really nice. In the bottom, it's sort of like a little reservoir, and then it's deeper here, which is where your juice is going to pull into and then wet your wicks. Now, it doesn't matter which way your coil legs are because it does have the 4. So if your coil legs are this one and that one, you can do it. This one and that one, you can do it as well. This side here is your positive, and this right here is your negative. So you do want to make sure that you've got 1 lead on each side. So we're going to go ahead and build on this. So let's go ahead and get them on. And I'm just going to go ahead and put that on there for you. And before anything, I've actually got to go ahead and move the leg. If you notice, they did give you the coils like this, but you do need 1 leg going one way and 1 leg going to the other. So all I do is I just put it on a screwdriver, on a jig, or whatever you want to do. And I'm just going to wrap this one just like that. Just pull it like that. That's all you need to do. Once you do that, go. All right, so we've got our legs already facing the opposite direction. All right, so then when you're gonna put it in, so let's go ahead and loosen this one up a little bit more. I already loosened that one, and loosen this one up. And I do wanna show you right here, there's actually a lip on each one of the screws. This is gonna hold your lead in so that you can clamp it down with your screws. So I'm gonna show you how to do that. What I do is I just come over here and just lay that one in here. Like that. Now for me, I prefer to get one in and then screw it down and then do the other leg. You can do it any way that you want, but that lip does hold it in for you. So I'm just gonna hold the coil in place here and just screw this one down, then we'll do the other one. It just makes it easier for me. And you know, being that I'm the one doing it, I guess, you know, that would work. But you see how it is locked in place? I'm actually gonna push that in just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. It's actually perfectly fine right there. Okay, and then tighten that down. And then come over here and we're gonna do the same thing. I'm just gonna go ahead and put this screwdriver in just to hold it in place while I tighten down the other one. And it's literally that simple. See? Literally that simple. Now, if you want to, you can bring it down a little bit because it is kind of up over the airflow right now. I'm gonna bring it down just a tiny bit. So I want it resting right over that airflow. That's how I like it. And if you notice, the lead is caught in here good. Always make sure that your screws are in really, really tight. You wanna make sure that they're not gonna get out at all. There we go. And then grab some cutters. And when you're cutting the legs, make sure that you cut it flush to the side because you do not want it to touch any part of the chamber within it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just cut like this. There we go. Nice and flush. And then do the other side. Nice and flush. There we go. Now I'm just gonna line this up a little bit just because I've got my OCD. There we go. And it looks absolutely perfect right there. Okay, so let's go ahead and start heating up the coil. I'm just gonna go ahead and bring this down. Yes, it is a new coil. Okay, and I'm just gonna start pulsing it. Now these coils here that come with it, because they are nichrome 80, they do actually heat up pretty fast. Just scrape a little bit and pinch. There we go. Okay, there we go. Got it glowing nicely from the inside to the outside. And then all we need to do is we just take the cotton that they provided, the little shoestring, and you just go ahead and stick it right in there like this. Get it to go over there. Push it right through. A little bit more. There we go. Way I can grip it. And what I do is I pull the other end. When I do that, it actually makes it a little bit easier to pull it through. Because it is a tight fit, but it's good that it's a tight fit. I'm gonna go ahead and leave that there and snip it over here. And I'm gonna snip it to right about there. Okay, I'm gonna get my handy dandy tweezers, and as I always like to do, I do like to fluff out my cotton. So I'm just gonna fluff it out a little bit because you want it in there, but you don't want it tight in those wicking channels. I'll do that one, and do this one. And then we're gonna go ahead and trim it up. I'm gonna trim it right about to that O-ring right there. And then this one the same. To about that O-ring. Oops, a little bit over here. There we go. And make it a little bit more even here. Even Stevens. Okay, and then what you're gonna do is just go ahead and put it into the wicking channel. Take it and fold it in there just like that. And then you're going to do the same thing for this one. Go ahead and put that in there. Now, if you notice, I'm not shoving it in. It's actually just falling in there really, really nice. There's still some room. You don't want to stuff it. If you stuff it, it's going to choke it, and then it's not going to be able to wick as efficiently. So I do always like to make sure that I've got enough room and it doesn't feel like it's holding back my tweezers. So I have plenty of room right there. So that's basically how you're going to wick it up. I'm going to go ahead and get my juice of choice, which is going to be the Royal Mojito from Wendy Vapes. So I'm going to go ahead and try this. It's a watermelon, or not try it, but put it on there. It's a watermelon mojito with a slice of lime at the end. Really, really good. Let me go ahead and turn this up a little bit. And I'm just going to put it on the coil, and I'm going to just heat it up. Because we want to make sure that the cotton gets wet from within the coil. There we go, and then we'll go ahead and juice up the rest of it. This way there's no break-in time in your cotton, whatever cotton that you're using. I hate stragglies, so I'm just gonna fix that up. Make sure it's all there. I'm not shoving it in, I'm just putting my little stragglies in. There you go, still got plenty of room, and then that's it. And then I'm gonna take my top, and I'm gonna go ahead and screw that on. Just like that. And this again does have the straight glass. I'll show you the other one. And then such an easy top fill. Look at this. Just unscrew that. And again, with the straight glass, it holds 2.3 mils of e-liquid. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that in there. But these kidney holes, or kidney size, or kidney shaped holes, are really, really good. Go a little bit more. I like to fill it all the way up to the max, to the brim. And then turn that. See, nice and smooth. And then I am going to go ahead, because I'm going to be using this one here. I'm just going to lube up the O-ring a little bit, because like I said, it is a little bit snug when you first put it in. I'm just going to turn it a little bit. And then there we go. Yep. Okay, so here we are with the Gear RTA. So let's go on top and we'll talk more about it. Okay, so here we are back on top, and I'm showing you the black one as well as the stainless steel from the one that we built on down below. This one holds 3.5 milliliters of e-liquid. This one holds 2.3. This one is like a PMMA, and this one is the glass. That's pretty much the differences once you change them out. Single coil, love it. Love it, love it. For a single coil, this vapes like a dual coil. Honestly, that's how I feel about it. I'm going to go over my cons first, because there's not that many. The first con, and again, some of these are subjective. My usual would be, first thing is juice capacity. It only holds 3.5 at the max. Honestly, with the flavor, I'm not even minding filling it. It's crazy. But that's it, the small capacity. The fact that you can't use an 810 drip tip for some, that might be a con. For me, I like the frosted one better than the Delrin one. The Delrin one is more tapered in and gives you more of a tighter draw. I like this one. So to me, it's very, very similar to an 810 in that sense, because it is more open. The airflow is amazing. Oh, I'm already on pros. Sorry about that. The airflow on this is amazing. It's literally perfect. It's not too restrictive. It's not too airy. It's actually amazing. Very, very good. Next. That leads me to my other pros. Flavor. Flavor for days. These have I had a top RTA for 2018 and this one literally beat it. So yeah, when I won't lie to you. For my 2018, this is definitely going to be in it. The flavor is amazingly crazy. The fact that it gives great clouds with just a single coil and great flavor is definitely a pro for me, because I am actually a flavor chasing, cloud chasing girl. I like to have my flavor, but I have to have my clouds too for it to be a satisfying vape, in my opinion. That's just the way that I vape. I have to feel that I'm getting vapor production, and I have to feel and taste the flavor. So that to me is definitely a pro. Another pro is that they do give you 2 different type of drip tips. So if you don't like one, you can always choose it out to the other. That's perfectly fine. The way that this is made, the construction and the threading and everything is super, super smooth, super clean. Love, love, love that. Single coil, so it makes it really, really easy for even a newer builder to do it, and no leaking. I have not had any leaking in this at all. So I feel like this would be a really, really great starter RTA, being that it's a single coil, being that, you know, it doesn't leak, and that it's nice and small and kind of profile-ish, smaller profile. I feel like that might be good for a beginner, to be honest with you. Super easy. I love the top fill also. The top fill for me with those big holes, that to me makes a difference. I don't like the little tiny holes where you have to worry about the air pressure and all this and then it comes back out. I love the top fill. The top fill is absolutely amazing. And the airflow and everything else. They do come in 6 colors. I only have the 2, the black and the stainless steel. The black does have some red on the top. Oh, another pro, the gear. The gear on the top is so freaking awesome. I love, love, love that design. I think that it's like really nice. It's kind of basic, but then it just gives it that flair right there. So I really, really like that. It does come in rainbow, gold, blue, stainless steel, gunmetal, and black. And yeah, again, I only have the 2 to show you. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for everything. They do have it at myvpro.com. They've also got it at Vapor DNA, Element Vape. It's pretty much out there. It runs for about, I want to say $35 the last time that I checked on it. So if you're interested in something like that, you're new to building, this is probably a good one. Just make sure that you follow the building steps, which means that you have to heat up your coils, get them glowing evenly, watch the wicking method, which again, just thin them out just a little bit. You don't need to thin them out where there's barely any. Just enough so that it's not stuffing into those holes, because if you stuff it, then you're going to be getting dry hits. If you do get a dry hit though, the other pro to this is that you can flip it upside down. You can still open it with a little bit of juice in it and just go ahead and cut off a little bit of cotton or thin it out just a little bit more and then put it back together. So it's not like you're losing any e-liquid. So I do like RTAs that do that. So I want to mention that. So yeah, so that's pretty much it for my review. If you like the review, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if I could talk, and I will see you on the next one.